Good evening. I'd like to go ahead and call to order the Lincoln County Board of Education monthly meeting for May the 14th. Thank you all for being here with us this evening. We couldn't do what we do without the community support and partnerships that we have, and we appreciate you being here. If you would please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Next, we have our Pledge of Allegiance. But before we do that, I want to introduce you to some special guests we have with us this evening. First, we have Hunter Holler and Araylin Banks. If y'all will come on up. They're both from G.E. Massey. Hunter, can you tell us what grade you're in and who your teacher is?
Fourth grade, and my teacher is Mackenzie Aldridge, but Miss Aldridge.
Miss knows the first and last name. That's good. So tell us what your favorite subject is in fourth grade.
History.
History. Awesome. And it tells me here that you like to play flag football. Is that right?
Yes.
But you had a game right after the board meeting, and it got canceled because of the rain. But we appreciate you taking the time to be here this evening. Are you excited about summer coming up?
Yes.
Tell me one thing you're excited about for summer.
To not be in school.
To not be in school. Listen, I've got 2 kids of my own that they would say the same thing. So, all right, Araylin, tell us what grade you're in and your teacher's name.
5th grade, Miss Bryce.
Miss Bryce. All right, and this says that you love to play music and volleyball and video games and socializing with your friends. So what are you looking forward to this summer?
Hanging out with my family.
Hanging out with your family. That's awesome. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Next, from Northbrook Elementary, come on up. We have Liam Bess and Lila Bess. Liam, can you tell us what grade you're in and your teacher's name?
I'm in 5th grade, and my teacher is Miss Bess.
And Lila?
I'm in 2nd grade, and my teacher is Miss Turner.
All right. So, Liam, this tells me here that you love to write. Is that correct? Read and write? You've won a couple contests. What contest have you won?
I've won the Martin Luther King essay contest.
And the Robinson Lineberger one as well?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. And who is your favorite author?
Probably Catherine Applegate.
Do you have a favorite book?
Maybe like The One and Only Ivan, books like that.
Awesome, good deal. And Lila, 2nd grade, says you are an excellent student. Tell me what your favorite subject is in school.
Reading and math.
Reading and math. Awesome. Good deal. And you love to dance. Yeah? Do you do dance competitions?
Yes.
What are you both looking forward to this summer?
Going to the lake.
Going to the lake.
Yeah, the lake is fun, isn't it? We appreciate all of you being here tonight. And parents, we appreciate you having them here. If you would all please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's give them a round of applause as they get their picture made. Next tonight, I'm going to call on Miss Christina Sutton to read our Lincoln County Schools mission statement. But before I do, I think we have a picture we'll put up of her and her family. I want you to know that she is a wife and a mother of 2 beautiful children. She has a heart for this community like none I've ever seen. She is an encourager, and she does that for me daily. I don't know that I could do what I do without her, and I'm very thankful that she is on this board and that she is serving this community. Ms. Sutton, if you will read the mission statement for us.
Thank you. So Lincoln County Schools will work together with students, families, and the community to ensure a quality, innovative educational program in a safe environment where students become responsible, contributing citizens and lifelong learners.
Thank you. Board members, if you will look at the agenda, if there are any additions or deletions to the agenda, and if not, I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved, Madam Chair.
A motion to approve the agenda as submitted. Is there a second? Second. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have our superintendent updates. I'll turn it over to Dr. Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan. So I want to inform our community we're in the midst of integrated testing for our middle schools and elementary schools. We did have a little blip last week with weather. Northbrook and Union were impacted due to some power outages due to the nice storm that we had roll through here. We had a transformer blow up this morning in town, so S-Ray Ladder was affected a little bit, but the city got that back up and running. So we've had some complications, but we have persevered, and we're in the middle of EOG testing. EOC testing for our high school starts this Friday and runs through next Thursday. We're also wrapping up advanced placement testing for our high schools, and that runs through Thursday as well. Last week we had a fantastic art show celebration at the Cultural Center. We had 2 different nights for our elementary schools and then a night for our middle and high school. Celebrated a lot of fantastic artists. Dr. Beam, our chief of federal programs and K-12 arts, was there to recognize a lot of our administrators were there, teachers were there, parents and community. It was a really successful night to showcase our talented artists. If you didn't get a chance to see that, check it out Facebook. I'm glad to say to y'all, we've had a lot of interest shown from outside of this county to be a part of our workforce. And so we do have posted positions, but we have a deep applicant pool, deeper than I've seen in the last couple of years. And so that's encouraging for us as we look to fill those retirement slots going forward. And then also we've just finished up wrapping up our concert season. I want to give a kudos to our band and chorus and theater programs, making those final spring performances happen and with high quality and great participation, and again, showcasing a lot of great student talent. Last week was Teacher Appreciation Week, and we did lots of stuff to celebrate our educators, rightly so. But again, it's not lost on me that it comes always in the first week of May. Everybody needs that last little bit of jolt to get to the finish line before the end of the year, to be encouraged for the work that they do, and our teachers definitely got that last week. And then looking ahead, we are set to celebrate our retirees with a celebration on May the 28th at 11:30 in the morning at Laboratory Mill. And then we're celebrating our of the year winners, our best of the best, for about 9 different categories. We will celebrate them the same day at 3 p.m. So look forward to a lot of recognitions for our faculty and staff in the upcoming weeks. That's it.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. Next, board members, we have our special recognitions. If you would join me around front.
Education Award winners. NCLME is a state-level professional organization that focuses on middle-level education in the areas of academic excellence, developmental responsiveness, social equity, and organizational structures and supports for middle school. At our state conference in March, we had 4 different LCS staff members recognized. These are state-level awards. Nominations from all across the state come in. A committee of which nobody in Lincoln County is on that committee, and they review all of those applications, and we've had 4 different nominations. So the first award winner, not nomination, the first award winner was for the NCLME Middle Level Administrator to Watch, and that is Christy Ballard, principal of West Lincoln Middle School. Ms. Ballard was recognized as part of what stood out in her nomination form was recognition for creative thinking with how she does teaming structures, looks at her master schedule, way she uses personnel, and her GLOW and student leadership classes supporting middle school students, as well as the way she focuses on the whole middle school student through things like the Zen Den, the ARC, therapy dogs, and a very strong culture and climate activity that focuses on the whole child. Our next award winner was NCLME's Support Personnel to Watch, and that is Mr. Dan Donnellan, Guidance Counselor at North Lincoln Middle. Mr. Donnellan was recognized for having a highly individualized problem-solving approach to supporting his middle school students. The nominator recognized that he is very calm and has a grace under fire demeanor, and also that he has an emphasis on a safe and respectful environment using Rachel's Challenge, Upstander pledges, and Jason Project hikes for at-risk youth. Our third award recognition is for Miss Destiny Johnson, and she is the NCLME Beginning Teacher to Watch. She's a second-year teacher at East Lincoln Middle School. Ms. Johnson's application showed that she was very strong at building relationships with students, empowering them to be active learners. Having been her principal last year, I can also tell you that she very much emphasizes building social responsibility and citizenship in this classroom as well as the school, as well as providing her primary job, which is rigorous and engaging instruction. And then finally, could not be here, but I do want to mention Ms. Cheryl Bruno. She was also recognized for 25 years of service to NCLME. For 25 years, she has helped run that conference, and this is the first year that she did have to miss, and they wanted to go ahead and recognize her as well, but she could not be here tonight. So I want to thank all of these educators as a member of the NCLME board myself, that they make Lincoln County look so good in middle school education.
Good evening. Next, I would like to recognize our board members from the Lincoln County Public Education Foundation. Is Mr. Chris Ryan here and Ms. Stephanie Porter? If you would come up, please.
Thank you for having us. This year we would like to recognize our grant recipients for the 2024 grants for our educators that put in proposals. We get lots of different applications for different ideas for innovative grants of things that teachers would like to see in their classrooms or their schools. This year was incredibly tough, so to be proud of all the teachers that put in their applications. There's a lot of great ideas, and I'm excited to see the projects of the grant winners that we do have. We did Shark Tank style for our finalists just to get their pitches, and I'm really excited to see what is going to happen with these. So our first grant winner is Abigail Goodson from Catawba Springs, and her Spinning Our Wheels in the Art Classroom project. Then we have Casey Wilson from East Lincoln Middle School with her Fetal Pig Dissection Supplemental Anatomy and Physiology Lab project. Then we have Sarah Sandeloff, I'm sorry, from Love Memorial with her Give Us a Voice project. Next is Ashley Wilson from North Lincoln High School with presenting a need for smarter technology for our seminar room. And last, we have Lori Dimes with her amazing student, Riley Wright-Nichols, as a co-presenter from North Lincoln Middle School for Unlocking Literacy, the CPEN Reader Grant Initiative. Congratulations to all of our recipients.
appreciate the efforts from the Public Education Foundation for providing these opportunities for these teachers in their classrooms. Thank you.
Well, it's great to be here this evening to recognize this class of Young Lincoln leaders. And I'd like for them to come up. There's a few of them to come on up. And Mrs. Darling, I want to recognize Mrs. Darling, Mrs. Queen, and Stephanie Porter. They led the group this year for the most part. They were the co-advisors, so I've asked them to come on up and call the kids' names out. It's a good group.
So they are a really good group. It's a core group of over 20 students, but they are very busy high school students. I'm proud to represent our Young Lincoln leaders. So they were chosen from all 4 high schools, and through a rigorous application process, these students have undergone leadership lessons focused on vision, values, servant leadership, teamwork, innovation, communication, and impact through the Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy. And they completed a project at the Hesed House that exemplifies their dedication of leadership with a focus on enhancing the living environment and promoting mental well-being. They've created a space for relaxation, reflection, and support from carefully crafted seating, illuminated pathways, uplifting quotes. Every detail reflects their commitment to service and compassion. Thank you for believing in our students and supporting their efforts. Together, they've made a meaningful impact on the lives of those at the Hesed House and reinforced the values of empathy, community in our schools. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. Next, we're going to announce the Robinson Lineberger Literary Competition winners. They recently they had a little ceremony at the Cultural Center last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago. And we're going to start with elementary. And for our 3rd place, we have Troy Wilson from Rock Springs. 2nd place, Michaela Hance from Catawba Springs. Michaela's here. Congratulations. And 1st place in elementary poetry, Elias Cobb from Rock Springs. And then we'll get a group picture, so y'all hang tight. Elementary prose winners, 3rd place, William John Bess from Northbrook. You look familiar. 2nd place, Liddy Earnhardt from Rock Springs. And 1st place, elementary prose, Collins Elmore from Rock Springs. For our middle school winners, middle school poetry, 3rd place, Emma Waters, West Lincoln Middle School. And 1st place, Sebastian Yule, North Lincoln Middle School. I know I said that wrong. How do I say it, Sebastian? Yule. For our middle school prose category, 3rd place, Scout Barkley, West Lincoln Middle School. Second place, Grace Henley, North Lincoln Middle School. And first place in middle school pros, Harper Ramsey, West Lincoln Middle School. Now we're moving to high school. Third place in high school poetry, Jenna Mashburn, West Lincoln High School. Second place, Thomas Weinbarger, West Lincoln High School. And then high school pros, first place, Shelby Aker, Lincolnton High School. All right, thank you. If you all would scoot.
I'd like to welcome up the East Lincoln Middle School girls soccer team. The East Lincoln Middle School girls soccer team just wrapped up another successful campaign, finishing the 2024 spring season with an impressive 13-1 record overall, and their third straight Tri-County Conference Championship. On the season, the team scored an outstanding 84 total goals while only giving up 9. That's pretty impressive. The squad averaged 6 goals per contest and 65 total assists, and recorded 5 shutouts during the landmark season. The East Lincoln Middle School girls soccer team has not lost a conference or county championship since 2017 and has compiled an incredible 42-2 overall record in the past 3 years. Top individual performers on the season include Allie Stewart, who finished with a team-high 24 goals and 9 assists, and then captain and midfielder Stella Libowitz, who finished with 23 goals and 9 assists of her own. Stella also finished as the school's career scoring leader with an impressive 54 total goals as a 3-year starter. So that's pretty good. The coaching staff would also like to mention the standout play of 8th graders, goalkeeper Sydney Dan, captain El Tiziana. Did I get it right? Tiziana, okay. He told me to do the hands, so I might get it better. So Alina Strauss, Bowman Wilkes, and Mona Lefevers. So congratulations to the 2024 Tri-County Soccer Champions, East Lincoln Middle School. Congratulations. Next, I'd like to welcome up North Lincoln Middle School girls track team. This group won 3 out of the 5 meets they competed in. They won both the county and conference meet. We had a total of 16 girls that qualified to go to the conference, And out of those 16, 5 girls placed in all 3 of their events, which is the maximum number of events that you can participate in a track meet. Their MVP placed in all 3 of her events in conference. 2 of her events, she finished first place, and the other event, she placed second. She contributed 28 points out of 93 for the team total, and the second place team was in a distant 63 points. So y'all dominated the conference track meet. This group was able to accomplish a lot together, and we're very proud of them. Congratulations to the 2024 Tri-County champions, the girls track team from North Lincoln Middle School. All right, congratulations. Now I'd like to welcome up West Lincoln High School softball. Let's go ahead. Having only 2 returning starters from last season, the 2024 seemed to be a rebuilding year for the Lady Rebels. However, the West Lincoln softball team finished the season with 16 wins and a conference tournament championship. The Lady Rebels defeated the 3rd and 4th ranked teams in 2A West rankings to earn the first conference tournament championship since 2017. These girls finished the season with a team average of .340 with 250 hits, 43 doubles, and 10 home runs. The pitchers combined to strike out 135 batters, nearly one every inning, while defensively they had a team fielding percentage of over 95%. More importantly, these girls are exceptional in the classroom. Most of these athletes take honors classes, while over half of them participate in our AP and Gaston programs as well. With the rigorous schedule and the time spent at practice, they have still managed to maintain a collective unweighted GPA of over 3.7. That's pretty good, girls. And when most of them return for 1 or more seasons, they're looking for several more successful years. So congratulations to the Catawba Valley Tournament champions, West Lincoln softball. Or you get in the middle? Always. Congratulations again.
Great job. Next, we're going to have our Engage and Inspire recognition, and we're going to start off with G.E. Massey Elementary, Mr. Jacob Moody. Jacob Moody is a first-year teacher, but you would not know it. You would never know it. He has really made an impact on our district and G.E. Massey already this year. Ms. Skybo has this to say about Mr. Moody. Mr. Moody has come in this year as a first-year teacher and has worked to cultivate a love for arts outside the classroom. He created and ran a first-ever chess club for our students. He met with students after school to teach them a game that they can carry on for life. He also jumped in while we were planning a STEAM night for our students with an avenue for music. He developed a playlist and created a G.E. Massey Neon Thunder students in 5th grade. Neon Thunder. Students in 5th grade were given buckets and other items and taught to create music. He worked with them to see how it isn't just about the instrument you can buy, but the one you can create that shares joy with others. Love that. Our students have found a passion for music and arts inside and outside of the classroom due to his creative teachings. Mr. Moody, we are blessed to have you. Congratulations. Next, we have from Northbrook Elementary, Miss Jessie Lindhart and her children. We're in for a treat, aren't we? Miss Carol writes, you can come on up. Miss Carol writes, Miss Lindhart's husband is a firefighter with Northbrook Fire Department. He had discussed the need for snacks and stuffed animals that could be given out to families whose houses have caught on fire or if they were in accidents. This put into motion our Buckets of Care campaign, in which our families and staff donated small stuffed animals, snacks, and bottles of Gatorade that were put into buckets to be given out as needed to families who have been involved in car wrecks or house fires. What a great project y'all did. Thank you for combating that, taking part of that. And next we have our senior spotlight. And I'm going to ask Miss Sutton to come up, please. I think the rest.
All right, if we can have our two West Lincoln seniors. Either one. You want to go? Okay, so I'm going to let y'all introduce yourself to the board.
My name is Ben Sane.
My name's Lily McCabe. So, all right. So we're really excited that y'all are here. We're super proud that y'all represent West Lincoln High School for us. So my first question is, what extracurricular activities are y'all involved in, either at school or outside of school?
I played football and wrestled and ran track for West Lincoln.
Outside of school, I am the chairman of the Lincolnton Student Advisory Council. I'm part of National Honor Society Interact Club, where we help out at Hesed House and bunches of other clubs. Oh, I'm also dually enrolled at the North Carolina School of Science and Math, where I will graduate from there as well. So that's a lot. So in my 2 minutes of engaging with Ben, I realized our friend is a whole lot here. He's got a real big personality, and I felt like we could be fast friends. So tell us what your favorite memory or experience has been while attending Lincoln County schools.
Definitely homecoming at West Lincoln, mainly my senior homecoming and the environment that brings.
My answer is also homecoming, just because I feel like it's honestly so different than other schools' homecomings. I attended the North Carolina Governor's School, and they had never heard of a tractor parade. They'd never heard of cows just showing up on our front lawn. So it's definitely something just entirely different, and I feel like if you don't experience it, you think it's very cliche that we say that, but it really is a wonderful thing. So this was my first year attending the tractor parade, and I appreciate Ms. Ely inviting me, but it is a real experience. And I think it is amazing. So as an East Lincoln graduate, we never had anything like that. We did have horses on the field, but it's like another level of excitement. So I love it. So who or what has been the most helpful or influential in you making it to the finish line?
throughout my school, all my teachers and everything. And then my mom and dad, they're great. And Miss Ely, she's great too. She's always been really nice.
I think all of my teachers have played a very big part in who I am today. One of those teachers being my mother, who she was my teacher for 3 years straight, and I literally could not get rid of her. She's great though. But yeah, all of my teachers, starting from preschool to this year, have definitely played a huge part in who I am today.
So we know that making it to graduation, you incur some challenges. So what has been a challenge that you had to overcome, and how did you take care of that?
Just everything with like taking some advanced classes, Gaston classes and everything, keeping the grades up and always turning in stuff on time. It's always challenging, but having people like Mom and my teachers and everything pushing me and making sure I can be the best I can be has been very helpful.
Ben is taking my answers. It's definitely managing my classes, because basically being in 3 schools, it's really hard just to do all of it, because I have criteria that I need to meet for the School of Math and Science as well as West Lincoln. So definitely doing all of that, but having Mom there to yell at me behind my shoulder to like get all my stuff done, and all of my teachers who give me an extra 5 minutes just to finish something, for just in case I really needed it.
So this sounds really timely with Mother's Day, so I appreciate all the kudos that y'all are giving your mamas, because as a mama it does take a lot of pushing, and sometimes your kiddos don't want to hear that. So tell me about your plans after graduation, and while you're holding the microphone, I'll let you tell us about anything else that you want to share about Lincoln County Schools.
My plans after graduation, I want to finish my 2-year through Gaston and then transfer to App for a bachelor's in construction management. Lincoln County Schools has been great. It's felt like a community, not just a school system, very welcoming, and everybody's just always been really nice and friendly and everything.
I plan to attend UNC Charlotte. Thank you, Dr. Allen, for making my decision for me, basically. I plan to major in nursing, and I really hope to go. I want to do something more than nursing, so it's just kind of like a starting point. But I plan to do something medical, and I really want to give back to my community. Hopefully, when I retire, I can work in low-income areas where I can give health care to the people who need it the most.
I feel like that's our next t-shirt. It's a community, not a school system. I like that. Well, we are so proud of y'all and all that you've accomplished, and we know you're going to do great big things. And I'm going to tell you, like I told our students last month, we want you to come back in a whole lot of years and talk to the next board and tell them about all you've done and how Lincoln County helped set you up for success, okay? We really appreciate y'all being here. I have something for you. If Ms. Ryan would grab that as I come over. We're going to take a picture right over there.
Lots of good recognitions tonight. That's always one of my favorite parts of the meeting, for sure. And thank you to those seniors who came and shared their story with us this evening. Next on the agenda is individuals or groups appearing before the board. We did not have anyone sign up per board protocol. So the next item on our agenda is closed session. And I will turn it over to Mr. Shatley.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Board members, good evening. We need a motion to go into closed session pursuant to North Carolina General Statute Section 143-318.11 under subsection A1 to discuss matters that are confidential under the law, particularly student and employee matters, and under subsection A3 to preserve the attorney-client privilege.
Make a motion to go into closed session.
Motion for Mr. Mullen. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Ms. Sutton. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? We are now in closed session. We are now back in open session. No action was taken. Next on the agenda, board members, we have our action items, and the first one is the community eligibility provision for the 24-25 school year. All of these action items were discussed at length in our work session last week, but this particular one will allow for Pumpkin Center primary and intermediate to have completely free breakfast and lunch for next school year and beyond. So I'll entertain a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sutton. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Jenkins. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the Center for Educational and Psychological Evaluations contract agreement. I will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the Center for Educational and Psychological Evaluation contract management.
Have a motion by Mr. Jenkins. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Jarrett. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have our ad hoc policy review committee recommendations. I will turn this over to Mr. Jarrett, who is committee chair for this.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We continue to progress through the series of our policies. We have 9 series, and we've made it through 5, and we have 4 to go yet. And on April 19th, we met and reviewed the policy series 5000, our community relations, and we had 1 bring back policy we also reviewed, and that was 8210 grants and funding for special projects. And we worked through those policies, and we made changes, revisions, no changes to some of the policies, and they were presented to you in the work sessions. So at this time, from our committee, I'm going to make a recommendation that the policy series 5000 community relations and the 1 bring back policy for 8210 grants and funding for special projects be submitted to stand open for 25 days.
This recommendation is coming from committee and does not require a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
And Madam Chair, may I go over our upcoming review dates since
Please
other
do.
other board members were not there. And our next one is going to be the 6,000 support services on August the 29th from 9 to 12 here. Personnel, the 7,000 series will be September the 26th from 9 to 12 here. And the 4,000 students will be October the 24th here. And the 3,000 educational program will be November the 21st. And all those meetings for policy review will be from 9 till 12 o'clock.
Thank you, Mr. Jarrett. I appreciate all your hard work chairing that committee as well. I know it's a tedious task, but we appreciate it very much. Next action item is the Board of Education meeting calendar for 2024. Just a couple of slight changes there. The special called meeting, June 27th, will be at 9 a.m. And then we are adding a special called meeting for December 2nd. That meeting will be specifically for the purpose of inducting our newest board members. I'll entertain a motion to approve the Board of Education meeting calendar changes.
So moved.
A motion by Ms. Sutton. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Krista Hebner. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have our consent agenda items, which is the approval of the minutes from the joint meeting with the Board of Commissioners on March 14th, the board work session on April 9th. Our personnel recommendations, our approval of policies which stood open 25 days for input, which is the policy series 1000, policy 2127, policy 2130, policy 8410, policy 9205, policy 9500, as well as the approval of policies required to stand open 25 days for input, which is policy 1310/4002, policy 2310, policy 4240/7312, and policy 7130. Also on consent agenda is the child nutrition rollover bids for the 24-25 school year. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Motion from Mr. Jenkins. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Jarrett. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, board members, if you'll look at the reminders and announcements, it is the end of school year. We've got lots of celebrations going on. Of course, graduation, retirement celebrations, of the year celebrations. Please make note of these dates in your calendar. And then our next work session will be on June the 4th at 1 o'clock. And then our monthly meeting on June the 11th. We finished our agenda for this evening. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Jenkins. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Krista Hebner. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are now adjourned.